What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here, and welcome to the farm. So this is the farm, Destiny 2's new social area, and if you missed the 1 hour preview, well, I'm going to take you on a tour. We're going to take a look around. So this is where you land when you actually spawn into the farm. You're kind of on this little hill. There's a little bit of an area behind here that we'll explore later, but just for demonstration purposes, I wanted to walk to the very edges. As you can see, you can kind of walk into the woods a little bit here, and eventually you'll hit an invisible wall. So the area is actually a little bit bigger than it seems at first, because all around it there are invisible walls with kind of this forested area that you can kind of explore too. And I suspect that there will be some secrets here. One thing to note is right after you spawn in, you'll see the hangar bay kind of right in front of you. And if you go to the right of the hangar, there's this small basement that is blocked off. You can see that there is a empty room over here, or it seems empty right now, but you can't actually go in here because there's another invisible wall. So who knows what this will be used for? Perhaps it's for Xur or for some other purpose, but for right now it's blocked off. Bungie clearly has some secrets that they want to save for the full release in the farm. Also, there are no vendors here or NPCs at all, so it's really just a matter of exploring the space and letting Bungie kind of explore how many people they can fit at one time. Once you're in the hangar, this is actually a pretty cool place to explore as well. You can see there's plenty of stairs and platforms to crawl around on. You can actually jump onto the ship and apparently clamber on it as well, and just kind of jump around and explore. One of the things that I think Bungie learned from our behavior in vanilla Destiny was that we really like to explore these social spaces, and you know, sometimes you're bored waiting for a teammate to jump on or something like that, and there's a lot of places to kind of just bring your character and explore here in the farm. You can also go down to the bottom and you can see that there are a couple of places that there are clearly going to be some vendors. You can see maybe the weaponsmith or somebody, maybe a Crucible vendor here. And at the back, there seems to be another spot for a vendor right there. But the hangar is pretty cool. I like how the ship kind of has its skin off at the top, and you can kind of see the cockpit right there. So if you've ever wondered where Guardians actually sit, because so many of the ships don't actually have windows, you can kind of see that, kind of the scale and what the ships actually look like when they're taken apart, which I actually think is pretty cool. So if we leave the hangar bay and we take a right, we're going to see this little area here with the Crucible robots that we saw in the first mission, the Homecoming mission, fighting along our sides. Which is really cool. And you can also see the soccer area here if you cross this bridge. See a couple of Guardians hanging out over there. The 2 soccer goals and the ball that spawns in the middle. So if somebody scores or if the ball goes out of bounds, the ball just kind of spawns in the middle and you can kick it into these goals here, and some little fireworks go off. You get bigger fireworks the more times you score, I think. But it's pretty cool. It's, you know, it's just something to do while you're kind of messing around with your friends. Let's try and score again, see if we can't get the bigger fireworks here. Good. Not that time. Anyway, so I showed you before that most of the surroundings of the farm are actually blocked off by invisible walls. But if you look over here on the edge of the soccer field, there is a gate that's opened and a road that kind of seemingly goes somewhere. You can see a ship down there, and you can see the Shard of the Traveler smoking in the distance. We're pretty sure at this point that that is going to be a mission or some kind of playable space way over there. And what's interesting is, instead of having an invisible wall over here, it's got to turn back, and it'll actually kill you if you hang out there for too long. So my guess is that actually goes somewhere. That in the full release of the game, you'll actually be able to walk down that road and go somewhere. Maybe it's just to that ship. Maybe you'll just be able to walk out of the farm and go start exploring the European Dead Zone and start shooting enemies directly from going throughout that gate. We'll have to see. You might not even have to go to orbit to go to the European Dead Zone from here. Just speculation, though. So if we leave the soccer arena, actually, we'll go behind here at first. One of the cool little secrets that we've found so far is that if you go over to this little water wheel over here, you can actually start climbing this. And it actually ends up being pretty expansive for climbing. We'll kind of climb up there. Nope. We'll climb up this wall. Maybe? All right, there we go. We get up on this rooftop here, and you can see these wires right over here. We're going to climb up on these wires, and we'll run over to this house along these wires here. I'm sorry, my phone is going off like crazy right now. And you can see that up on top of this house, there's, you know, radar and satellite dishes and some kind of antenna, and a bunch of laptops. I don't know if this is going to be populated by NPCs in the full game, or if there's another way, easier way to get up here, but the way that I found so far. And it's kind of just a cool little place to explore. Who knows if it'll be functional or if it's just another way for Bungie to say, we see that you guys like exploring social spaces, so here you go. Again, if you jump up on this box, you can kind of get over to, oh, those wires over there. Let's try that again. All right, we'll try this again. If you jump up on the box, you should be able to jump over to these wires here. There we go. And you can just run across here to the hangar that we've previously explored. Again, there's nothing much up here right now. Maybe there will be more up here when Destiny 2 fully launches. And I'm kind of wondering what this thing is. Is this some kind of like railgun or a ship launcher? Wondering what that thing is. It is on top of the hangar, so maybe it's like a quick launch system for a ship? I don't know. You can also watch a soccer match from way up here. Just kind of stare down and watch the match. You can also see that ship over there. And you also get kind of a view of where that road goes. Let's see if we can get a better view. It's kind of hard to tell where that road goes. But there's like kind of a field down there. A mountain over there. It'll be interesting to see what actually that is when the game fully launches. Obviously, Bungie wants to play some of their cards pretty close to the vest here in the beta. We're going to jump on down. Back to the soccer field. So if you walk out of the soccer field, again, walking to the right, you can see this little pit here. And this is where our vaults and the couple of vendors are going to be. Our vaults are right here. You can see that apparently there will be vaults. We'll see what function they perform in Destiny 2. And this is the Cryptarch right here. Now, cool thing about the Cryptarch is while he's not here, there is a little secret to explore. You can kind of jump back here to this little red curtain, and there's a room back here. It's empty right now. We'll see if this is populated later, but for now it's empty. It's a little hard to get out of here. You're gonna have to crouch jump your way out of here. We'll see if we can run and jump. There we go. It's kind of a cool little Easter egg that there is a room back there. If we move to the right from there, you can see there is an Eververse trading company here. See some Eververse trading boxes and kind of a tent set up. So we'll see what microtransactions kind of come to be in Destiny 2. Right now, we're really not too sure about that. Bungie hasn't spoken much about it, but kind of a warning. They're going to be there. If you go back here, you can see there's some more areas to explore, a little bit more woodlands. Most of it is blocked off by invisible walls, but you can kind of go back here and you can climb up this hill here and get a good view of kind of the little pit there. And I was hoping that this was going to be a cave to explore, but it doesn't seem to be. It just seems to be a dead end unless it gets added in with Destiny 2 when the full release comes. We'll jump down from here, come back out from behind the Eververse Trading Company. We'll go up the stairs and continue to our right here. And this is a pretty cool building that you see here. We were on top of it a little bit before. That's where the radar and the antennas are. But what you actually find when you go in here is that it's a pretty explorable interior. You can walk around the interior of this building. You can actually walk out the back kind of rubble, broken door there. You can go inside and explore. There'll probably be a vendor or two in here at some point. But what's interesting also is that while you can explore pretty fully that area, this area seems to have an open door, but it's blocked off by an invisible wall. So no getting in there. Bungie apparently wants to hide what's in this side of the building, because if you go over here, there's another door that's blocked off as well. Again, it's just an invisible wall that for right now, we just can't get in or out of. Now, if we go over here, we can get a better view of the building. It is actually the larger portion of the building that's blocked off. You can get in all on that side, but this side, no-go thus far, so we'll have to wait until the full release of Destiny 2 to see what's going on over there. If we keep moving along to our left here, you can see there's a bunch of debris here, some boxes. This thing is really interesting to me. I don't know if this is going to be a functional piece of whatever in Destiny 2, or if it's just here for art, but it does look interesting to me. If you go up on this dock, you can see a place to hang out while you're waiting for that last member of your raid team that always shows up late. You can all kind of hang out there, or you can go down in this dock. Not much on this dock right now, except for just a nice view of the lake and the surrounding kind of skybox area. And if we go back, we'll go back to the spawn area if we keep moving along. Unfortunately, there are no vendors here. There's a light you can turn on right here. There are no vendors to kind of interact with. It's really just for exploration. I think Bungie wanted to just test how many people they could have in a social area. You can see some landing pads for ships over here. And if you go back here, behind where we originally started from, there's not much over here except for just some really nice views. And you can see that the geometry keeps going, but you can't actually explore much past those first couple of trees or so. It's a pretty cool area, though. It feels a lot bigger than anything we've had for a social space so far. It definitely feels more packed, too. There's just more stuff in here. And we know that there's going to be some Easter eggs. We know that there are going to be ways to power up your Guardians inside the farm to get things like double jump or a speed boost while you're in the farm, which could be a lot of fun to explore. But we'll have to wait for Destiny 2's full release for that. It's kind of a cool place to hang out, though. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.